Welcome to a very deep clean and decorate with me. And if you're coming from part one, do not worry, this is an entirely separate entity. If you haven't seen part one, you're not missing anything. But if you do like this style of video, you might have liked part one as well. So today we are deep cleaning even more than we did yesterday. And we are also decorating on a more epic scale. So yesterday we cleaned the kitchen, we cleaned the main floor, we cleaned the powder room. I got a new tattoo, just kidding. And we decorated quite a bit with some nostalgic Halloween decor, and it felt so good. And it was just such a vibey video. So if you haven't seen it, definitely go check that out. But today we're going to kick it up a notch, and I decided to go intense. So I put on a good Halloween movie. So I decided to watch Beetlejuice. I had seen it last year in theaters, so it was perfect. I put on a great playlist in the background as well, which you cannot hear, but I promise you it's blaring through the house. So I have them all listed on my Spotify, which I will link down below. I decided to conquer a pretty large task. I get these ideas in my head, and then I roll with them when my husband isn't home. And the fact that I can do these things when I'm on my own makes me wonder why I ask for help to reach for jars on the top shelf or ask him to open jars when I do things like I'm about to do. But nonetheless, when a woman gets an idea in her head, don't stop her. So it started by me just cleaning off the sheets, doing a deep clean, and then I started looking at the bed and I thought, I sleep so well at home in Canada, and I wish that I could sleep that well here. Now, that being said, we eat and drink quite differently when we're in Disney, but I thought, what if I could put the bed on the floor? So at home we have this like loft style bed, I guess you would call it. What do you call those? Like a bed that's flat to the ground pretty much. This one has box springs underneath, and I was convinced that the head piece of the box spring had collapsed, and in fact it did. So I stood on it and I was like, this definitely dips lower. And it always just felt like the head piece of the mattress was dipping lower. So I thought if I could put it just straight on the ground, this could be great. And it would also be a great opportunity for me to vacuum and clean it up. So lifting a king-size mattress is no easy task, especially not just for a girl, but for a girl going through it. And ladies, you know what I mean. It happens to us every 28 days or so. I was going through it, low in iron, depleted, but you know what? I was a woman on a mission, sweating, but it was great. So my playlist kept me going. You guys are seeing Angie in full mode of determination. So then I'm checking out the box springs. Can I do this? Can I lift this? The answer is I will figure it out. So thank goodness the box springs were each their own side, because I don't know how I would have lifted that whole thing. So I got those out of there, and I'm not going to throw these out just in case I change my mind. I'm going to put them in our guest room for now, or in the garage in storage. The part that was a little bit concerning was these wood panels that were laid across. There's no way that I could fold all those together and get them off, so I ended up cutting it. I did that off camera because it was messy and it was crazy, and then my biggest concern was getting this out, because that mattress would not go in without this being in. So, okay, then we cleaned. It felt so good. There was so much dust under there. This is your sign. If you have box spring, lift it up and get the dust bunnies out. There was no bugs, thank goodness, because Florida has a whole other level of bugs than we do here in Canada. And I must say, honorable mentions to the vacuum, because that laser is incredible. So we dusted, we vacuumed. I dusted the carpet all around, and then I got the mattress back on, and I was so scared that it wasn't going to fit after all that work. I decided to just kind of jump on the mattress to get it to go in and to use my full force. And if you've ever tried to lift a king-size mattress to yourself, it's not easy. I felt conquered. I conquered the mattress. So the other thing that I have at home, like I said, I tried to duplicate exactly what we have at home in Canada. So for this bed, pretty much the same mattress. I'm debating ordering the same mattress that we have at home in Canada, but for now, this is great. But these sheets are one of the secrets. So they're bamboo sheets, and they breathe so well, and they're so soft. They're almost like silk, but they're not silk. Like you don't slip and slide, but they're just so soft, and they're very affordable. So I get the sheet set of that. I have it in blue, gray, and beige, and then I just alternate the colors, and then I switch out the bedding for the guests as well as our primary bedroom. And I do it pretty much every single trip. We stay on the trip for about 3 weeks, so I switch it out every time. 3 weeks feels like an acceptable time, right, to leave your sheets on? Some people change their sheets every week. All the power to you. I do not. I get so many questions about the comforter also. I love this comforter, and it was also so affordable. Funny story, the brand is actually called Coma Inducer. So I can link it for you guys, but it really is a coma inducer. And I like that it's lightweight. It looks heavy and fluffy, but it's not heavy like a duvet. I'm not a duvet gal. Oh. Oops. So then I put on the beige pillows just as a base, and I actually ChatGPT'd, like I took a photo of the bed and I was like, how can I make it look fluffier? And it showed me a picture of what I could do. So we started working at it and I just tucked everything in. And to me, it just looks more laid back, less formal, and just a lot more cozy. Hopefully you agree. So the way that I did the top part is I just folded it over a couple times, and then I have this blanket that goes all the way across. And I ended up just bringing the fold closer and closer to the edge, just make it more fluffy. And I think what I'll do is actually buy some bigger pillows for the headboard, like big square ones that I could add on there just to make it, again, even fluffier. Oh, and any questions about the blankets and the pillows and stuff like that, the bed, I think all the furniture, lamps, everything is Restoration Hardware. I don't know if that's helpful, but I do get that question a lot. Carpet, Restoration Hardware. We just worked with them to do the entire house, and we used their beach house collection, which was perfect. And can I just say, just a moment for the fountain right outside the window, like, oh, it's just the little things it makes. I mean, it's not a little thing, but it's never lost upon me. I just love it. So I vacuumed, mashed out to my music, got a really good workout in. And I love this little veil that just drapes over the balcony of or what would we call it? Like balcony bed? What do we call that? Like a post bed? Princess bed is what I would like to call it. It just looked so complete. And then we have these little coasters on the side of our bed for whenever we have our water at night, and they're just so cute. Little Disney themed coasters from a small shop on Etsy. So I just opened up all the curtains. I opened up the shutters as well just to let some light in. And I kind of just toyed around with the comforter once I got it almost perfect. I was very happy with it. So then one thing I do whenever I'm cleaning is I turn on the lamps just to a low setting, and it just makes it very cozy, especially after a post deep clean. You'll see. If you have 2 little bed lamps, it just adds a certain vibe. So now it was time for me to clean up my mess. I carried each of the sections out. So like I said, for these wood planks, it was all one piece. I just cut the rope attached. So I did about 4 planks at a time because there's no way. Listen, I'm a beast. You can see how heavy they are. Like I beasted this, but trying not to dent any walls or floors. And I definitely got my workout in that day. And to think this was just the beginning of the clean with me for the day. So then laundry had to happen. I put my extra blankets in this crate, which I love. What do we call this? A chest? A crate? Love that thing. And then I just have a pillow that goes on top of it that kind of keeps it closed. So I vacuumed all into my closet. We have a wool carpet, and I would suggest to never get a wool carpet if you have one. Not only are they more pricey, they shed like crazy. And they're very difficult to clean. So I would not do that again. It's pretty, but very difficult to clean. So now, oh my gosh, it felt so good. Bedroom is all ready, and then it was time to move on to the powder room. So I brought up all of my Halloween creams, my little mirror, and I put my skincare into the little mirror like I said I would, and I just love the little space, and it goes so well with my creams. So then I brought down all of the excess garbage that I had accumulated from cleaning and tidying everything. Oh, and the boxes are from my Disney Labubu's. If you go see that short on my TikTok, it's hilarious. I did my best to silently react to opening them, and it's so funny. So I brought down the laundry, started the laundry with that, and then I brought up a couple Halloween pieces. Quick break. If this is you, take a break midday from cleaning. Go outside, read a book. Enjoy yourself. I have a reading vlog that I did. It's a straight 60 minutes of reading together. And yes, I am enjoying this book. To everybody that's asking, I love it so much. It's so good. It goes from Hallmark to 50 Shades of Grey really fast though, so I'm warning you. Okay, back to cleaning. So it was time to light a candle. I've had this candle forever and I love it. It's from Target, but it just makes me so happy. I think it's pumpkin bourbon. And then I've also had these soaps since we've moved in because we don't use them that much, but they're pumpkin spice from Williams-Sonoma. So good. This is my cleaning area. So I have these little puffs, like Swiffer puffs, but I bought different ones. So these ones are supposed to be a little bit more heavy duty and they worked really well. I feel like the ones that come with the Swiffer duster are not as good. These are incredible and they're cheaper. So I had the laundry going. I just tried to organize and tidy my cleaning products and everything in the drawers. We keep everything in the laundry room. So I just dusted and I got out more decor and I was just totally vibing out to the sunset. As you can tell, I was having a great time. It's important to smile while you're cleaning. Don't see it as a task. You get to clean your house. You have a beautiful home to clean, that you have a warm roof over your head. And just try and enjoy the process. It's good alone time too, I feel. I love using a Swiffer duster for a wood floor. Like, for me, sometimes it works better than a vacuum. So I dust all the floors because, as you can tell, I have a lot of hair and it gets all over the place. So the Swiffer duster just catches everything, especially for the high places. Like, that thing can go really, really tall. So by this point, it was time for me to switch over the sheets and everything that you had seen me brought down earlier to the dryer. And I just set everything, set it and forget it. And then I went on to the rest of my tasks. By the way, how cute is our little laundry and dryer sheet container? I love it. And our little Mickey holder for the paper towel. We just got that, by the way, so that's still in the parks. Okay, so now it was time for me to go next level with the decorations. So you saw in, I think, one of the prior videos, I had put out the ghosts and I added little Mickey ears to them. So I have my little swinging ghosts, but I hadn't turned on the lights. So they came with little fairy lights. So it was time for me to set the timer for those and plug those in. I love that they have a plug, by the way, so they're not just battery operated, you can plug them in. I love fairy lights that you can actually put into an adapter. It just makes them, obviously, they last so much longer. You can put them on a timer. It's amazing. These little ghosts are such a vibe. They're so cute with the Mickey ears, and the Mickey ears were like less than $5. And can I just say, one of the best tips I can give you that I did not show on camera actually, I have this little Gorilla Glue pouch, I can link it, but it's just like a little vial of Gorilla Glue, which it's basically crazy glue, and it comes with a brush attached to it. I just brushed on around their ears so that the ears didn't fly off their head. Everything stayed put. Look at him, he's just sitting on his little swing, this little guy. He's just sitting on the swing, sweetest little guy. So at night, all the flickering lights, it's so pretty. And then there's this. So I have to give a huge shout out to Tony, our property manager, because he helped me bring this to life. He goes, Angie, Jack has to go outside this year. And I said, okay. And he decided where it went. So Tony helped me put Jack up while I was down for the count. So if you follow on Instagram or on Facebook in our Daily Dose Club, I was out like through mid-September. I was not doing well. So right before I was filming this, and he helped me tremendously putting this up. So huge shout out to Tony and Ralph. They put it up and then they put all the fall leaves around it. And then it was up to me to get some lights for him. So I found these garden lights on Amazon that were on sale. And I'm going to end up buying a ton more because we have a project happening in Canada for our backyard. And I figured these would be perfect uplights. So I just kind of position these lights. They go from dusk till dawn. They're perfect because the man needed some lights on him. He's huge, by the way. I think he's, I want to say 14, 15, 16 feet tall. He's really, I mean, you can see the scale. He's really tall. Oh, and he's also an animatronic. So there's a little sensor in his vest. And he can talk and move, if that wasn't enough. And it was funny, as I was filming this, there were neighbors that were driving by in their golf cart, and I didn't want to scare them, because I was like in the bushes. They had a pink golf cart, and I was like, hello, and I just didn't want to pop out of the bushes and scare them. But I could hear them like, oh, and they said something like, that's the Canadians or something. I was like, I'm here, hello. But yeah, so as the sun was setting, such a vibe. And I don't think, I mean, if you've never seen the front of our house, this is the front of our house. And that the third story up there is what the tree house is in. So cute. I love it. So yeah, this really was a chaotic deep clean with me, as well as a very chaotic but very satisfying, I hope, decorate with me. Is it not? I mean, right? So good. So I had bought these on a much lesser scale. These very discounted. They're not very expensive at all, but they pack a punch. You'll see whenever I plug them in. They're like these iridescent pumpkins, and then I got one ghost. So I got 4 pumpkins and 1 ghost. And I just put them all on the same timer. And again, they plug in, so you don't have to worry about turning them on and off or the batteries dying. They just go on, you know, whenever the sun sets. Or you can set it to whatever you want, really. So cute, right? Oh, and oh my gosh, mention for the Crocs, a little snaps for the Crocs, my little Mickey Pumpkin Crocs. I love them. So these can set to twinkle, I think full on or like flashing. So I love a twinkle, so I set everything to just twinkling. And then the large Mickey pumpkins are each from different friends. So one was for my birthday, and then my other friend, she got me one of them from California. So one of them is all the way from California, which is crazy. And those also light up, but I think they need batteries to be able to light up, and they're different. One's more like a disco ball Mickey, and then the other one, I think he just lights up and twinkles. Needless to say, I feel like this year we went very hard for Halloween at the Belmars, which I'm not mad about. So see how pretty they are in person? They just sparkle. I love it. So that's our little garden of mischief, our little Disney garden of mischief with all the sparkles. And then I had a bunch more pumpkins that I've accumulated over the years. I have Jack on a pumpkin, and he just sits on the chair with the little lanterns that are solar powered. I love a solar powered light. It's so easy. And yeah, I just keep them in the bins. I have this vintage Mickey pumpkin that I got off of eBay. And I just tried to create almost like a pumpkin patch vibe. I usually get straw bales, like hay bales, and it didn't happen this year because it just feels so wasteful because every year I have to, you know, throw it out. So we'll save that for Canada. Look at how perfect. Wait for it. Listen, I get it. I'm Canadian. We don't get these types of incredible thunderstorms. It was such a vibe. And it's particularly better when you're not getting wet. So cool. It was just such a vibe for while I was decorating. And it didn't even rain. It was just a humidity lightning cloud going through. It was such a vibe with my little... These guys need names. We were going to say Huey, Dewey, and Louie for the 3 ghosts. We've got little baby Jack and big Jack. Such a good day of cleaning and decorating. I hope you guys truly enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down below what you guys want to see next. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, you guys.